The election's finally over, and Barack Obama will be the 44th president of the United States. So what do we learn from this whole ordeal, and what happens next? We'll tackle these issues right now on Pure Logic. On November 4th, 2008, America spoke and boldly sent Senator Barack Obama to a place where no African American has gone before, the White House.
We are and always will be the United States of America.
Now that we've had a little time to decompress and reflect on this historic achievement, a couple of questions are certainly worth asking. One being, what did we learn from this election season? Here are just a few of my personal favorites. At the beginning of this campaign season, everyone thought that national security, terrorism, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, would be the #1 issue. Then came the energy crisis. Can you say gas tax holiday?
Americans need some relief. Why don't we give Americans a break?
The energy crisis quickly slipped into the rearview mirror, and the financial meltdown took center stage. By October, it seemed like companies were going belly up daily.
Must be dead. It was worse than dead.
People were losing their jobs and homes at alarming rates, and the stock market, let's just say that it was in a tailspin. As a result, uneasiness over the economy directly impacted how people voted. Lesson learned, a person's empty wallet takes precedence over national security, healthcare, education, energy, and family values. Surprised? Both the McCain and Obama campaigns used negative ads, but in the final weeks leading up to the election, things got really ugly. Both sides using stinging assaults.
Who is the real Barack Obama?
The truth is, John McCain just doesn't get it.
Now, this is not a man who sees America as you and I see America.
He's not been a maverick on virtually anything that generally affects the things that people really talk about around their kitchen table.
The negative rhetoric went nuclear when the guilt by association tag was used. Who can forget this quote?
Our opponent is someone who sees America as imperfect enough to pal around with terrorists who targeted their own country.
Wow, are we to somehow believe that because Obama once sat on the board of 2 charitable foundations with William Ayers, a former domestic terrorist in the 60s who's now a college professor, that somehow Obama is a terrorist or subscribes to his views? That was certainly implied. If that argument is valid, then are we to believe that John McCain, who's worked in the Senate alongside West Virginia Senator Robert Byrd, an apologetic former member of the Ku Klux Klan, is a racist? Of course not. The irony of Sarah Palin's assertion lobbed at Barack Obama is that by her own standards, she too is guilty by association. How, you might say? Well, Sarah Palin, of course, is married to her husband Todd Palin, who from 1995 to 2002 was a member of the Alaska Independence Party, a group whose charter commits the party to the ultimate independence of Alaska from the United States. Because Sarah Palin pals around with her husband Todd, does that make her a separatist? Do you see how silly this gets? Even Barack Obama's campaign jumped into the negative fray when they ran an ad stating that John McCain and his Republican friends have insulted Mexicans and practiced intolerance. Many people, especially swing voters, were turned off by the negative ads and voted accordingly. Lesson learned, negative campaigning can often backfire when a failing economy is the #1 issue. As much as the media kept us informed this election season, they often served as a divisive agent by constantly putting everyone into categories. The overemphasis on demographics often served as a distraction from the critical issues. The media may have fallen short in that area, but they did capture the excitement, inspiration, and call to action that many experienced this election season. Which leads me to my final question. What happens now? During the campaign, Barack Obama said that we are the change we've been looking for. Translation: the power to effect change is and has always been in our hands. We have to keep up the momentum, stay engaged, and hold our government officials accountable. And last but not least, back our new president, whether you voted for him or not. See you next time with another scoop of pure logic.